everyone, what is up? So in this video I am going to showcase my own fine-tuned strategy of essence farming. Okay, I know this has been around for like a week or so already, but this is just my own version, and I think this method of farming currency like for a not so high budget build is actually perfect. Okay, it makes you a ton of currency. It's like when I'm talking about profits, it's really consistent currency. Okay, so without further ado, let me just show you. I have updated the Google spreadsheet. I'm gonna use this content page from now onwards, which is very similar to my builds, and I'll continue to add on. But for now, we're just gonna have essence first. Okay, I do not have so much time to actually update every single strategy. So this is the page. You can basically click it here, right in the link. It will bring you to this page, and it basically tells you every single thing that you need to know on this strategy. Okay, so introduction to this strategy, okay, is literally like in the intro here as well. We're gonna run T6 and T7 maps, okay, kill tons of essence. All of the rare monsters are going to be essences also, okay. So you might ask, why T6 or T7? Because it is the bare minimum whereby you can start seeing Shrieking Essence, and because we are going to use a Scarab that is going to increase the tier, we're going to take the nodes in the Atlas skill tree that is going to increase one tier as well, and all of our essence will have at least one deafening essence. Alright, so if you are going to do it on T16, I can tell you the essences are extremely crazy strong. Like, they'll just slap you one time and you're dead. Like, it is very possible, okay? So that is the reason why we want to do T6 or T7, because the monsters are way much easier, right? And the whole idea behind this strategy, right, is to just kill all of the monsters on the map, like literally the rare monsters as well, because the rare monsters will become essences, okay? And then the final boss at the end of the map, basically your map boss, will inherit one of the essence that you have obtained from every single rare essence monster that you kill, right? So if you kill, like, let's say 40 essence in the map, okay, 14 essence monster on the map, the boss is going to have 40 essences on him. Yeah, I'm not joking. That's how crazy it is. So that's why the boss is gonna be a mega uber boss or something like that. And we definitely don't want to do that on a T60 map, because we are going to melt for sure. Right, so just a quick intro. This is how the strategy works. Alright, next I'm gonna go through the pros and cons very quickly. So the pros is just it's just a easy click. You know, you click 3 times on essence, it pops, kill it, pick it up, and go. It is very straightforward. I would say most of the builds that has simple defenses, even as like your third layer of defense of spell suppression or even block, is kind of required, even though it's a T6 or T7, but the monsters can be quite strong. Okay, moving towards the end, you can kill them pretty fast. I think the hardest I actually had to kill was like 10 seconds, because it was like crit plus cold resistance. Yeah, they're not as tanky as T16 monsters, so you should not have a problem. And when you are finally done, you feel like you have farmed enough, just sell them in bulk on TFT, right? Basically, you just convert all of them to at least Shrieking, and then just sell the whole bunch of it to TFT. There are tons of people buying it, right? Even if you sell it at like 90% or 95% of the original price, you are still going to make a good ton of profit. Trust me, alright? So the cons. You need a decent character to do this strategy. When I say decent character, it doesn't mean like those league start character whereby, you know, you start from Act 1 all the way until Act 10, you start doing maps, and you are still using the gears that you have progressed through your strategy, through your atlas. You probably can't do it. Okay, you are going to die quite often, and you are going to struggle quite often, because not only you need damage to actually clear the incursion temples decently, but if you cannot clear them in time, your profit is going to drop a lot. Okay, you need to kill at least, or I would say every single rare monsters on the map. That's the number one priority, right? If you don't have decent defenses like 3 to 4k HP, armor or evasion, which you should probably have. And then the third one, which I mentioned earlier, spell suppression plus block, is very important. Alright, so as long as you have these 3 defenses, you should be good with a decent amount of damage. Decent amount of damage, I'm talking about like 3 million, 4 million, you should be good. Alright, and guys, maps are hardly sustainable. I've tried a lot of ways to actually sustain the map. So there are 2 options over here. It's either you buy them or you just use any map that's easy to move around. They are wide, big, easy to maneuver, easy to navigate. Okay, it doesn't have to be all of the what do you call it, the meta maps or the trendy maps, which is like Strand, Promenade, Volcano. I don't even know why people like Volcano. It's like quite complicated. Yeah, you can just literally use any map. For me, like I even use stuff like Fields, Mineral Pool, Acid something, I can't remember. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I literally just use whatever that's available. Okay, just do not do maps that require you to open lots of doors, gates, go in through stairs or whichever that takes a lot of time. Right, so what is required for this build on your map is listed over here as well. Okay, you basically need 4 scarabs, and the 4 scarabs we're going to use is over here. I'm going to show you on my game. So number 1 is, this is the most important one, which is your essence scarab of calcification. Literally stated here, rare monsters that are natural inhabitants of the area are imprisoned by essences. Okay, which means every single rare monster is going to be an essence, and that's why your boss is going to be a mega boss, whereby it's going to drop tons of essence. And this applies to the incursion temple as well. I do not know why. Maybe it's coded that way. I hope it doesn't take out, because this is kind of a good strategy moving forward as well, like for the people that are like not so geared up yet. Alright, so this is the best essence. This is the best scarab, and it's also the most expensive. It can cost you about 50 to 60c each, but this 50 to 60c is going to profit you like 1 divine, so I'm not complaining. Next, essence scarab of ascent. Scarabs essence founds are like 1 tier higher, so this is mandatory. That's why all of our essence are deafening. And the last 2 I put will be scarab of adversaries, whereby your area contains 4 additional pack of mirrored rare monster, which means 4 rare monsters on the map are going to be mirrored, and that's why I used 2. Okay, I did try to use cartography scarab. I did try to use what do you call that, the 8 modern map. Okay, it doesn't work. So even if you have a large amount of pack size with increased effect modifier, it doesn't really increase the number of rare monsters significantly. It only increase like maybe 4, which is like, why would you make your map so much harder when you can just use this 1 scarab, which gives you another 4 more rare monsters, right? So this is really the best combination that you should use for this strategy. Okay, and map wise, I personally like Strand because it is straightforward. You just need to kill everything along the way, don't miss out any, and it's like just 1 straight path down. It's hard to miss anything. And then at the end of the map, you just have the boss, kill it, pick it up, get out. That's why I kind of like love Strand the most, right? Some of them prefer Volcano because the boss is a summoner. It doesn't really attack you, so you won't have any problem. But gosh, I hate the layout of Volcano, so I don't really recommend. Promenade has, yes, Promenade is straight as well, but Promenade has like 2 different levels. So for builds like, let's say bow builds, is good. Okay, it's good, but when there are rare monsters that spawns on 2 different levels, like the top and the bottom, you gotta keep going up and down, and I don't really like it, right? So that's why I still prefer Strand. But then again, like I say, the problem is map sustainability. You can't really sustain, and what I do is I will use Strand, and besides Strand, which is over here, Okay, so I will have to take out, remember guys, you gotta take out your watchstone, okay? Okay, once you take out your watchstone and leave just one, your strand will be tier 6, right? And strand is connected to fuse. Okay, so fuse is kind of like an open map as well, and it's really good. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's not bad. Okay, it's not bad in the sense it's an open area, so you can kill everything before you actually kill the boss. So it's pretty good, and when you run out of strand maps, you will just do fuse, and when you run out of fuse, you just do strand. Otherwise, just do any. Trust me, okay? Just do anything. So what I'll do is I will favorite strand. Okay, so I'll just favorite strand all the way. You can see I'll just favorite strand. I haven't do the fuse, so I'm missing one slot. And then the last one, I'll just favorite fuse. Like that. Right, so at least you have a combination of connected maps in between these two. But on and off, you still drop other stuff. Primordial pool map is also okay. Okay, it's not the best, but it's okay. You gotta kind of U-turn a little bit, but it is fine. It is fine because the map is pretty straightforward and easy, so you won't really have a bad spot on it. So yeah, I'm always just trying to rotate between these three as much as possible. Okay, so let's talk about profits. Okay, you will get about, I will say 40 to 50 deafening essence per map. Okay, Shrieking really depends on luck because sometimes, you know, you might not actually get the upgrade to Shrieking. I really do not know why, but it's not every time that you get a good decent amount of Shrieking as well. Okay, so but on the average, right, you should get close to 1 div profit per map. Okay, sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less. It really depends on the essence economy, right? Some of the essence you get are the more expensive essence. Some of the essence you get are like the really cheap ones where it only costs 1C each, right? You will even get some of the essence that are like 7C each, and you get them in bulk, and that's where you go like, whoa, I earn like what, 60C of this deafening essence. It's crazy. So a little bit of luck involved over here, but you know, you give some and then you lose some. It's part and parcel of every farming. But why I say 1 divide of profit every map, because we haven't considered the other stuff. Okay, this is just the essence. You need to take into consideration of scarabs. Okay, you need to take into consideration of like currencies that you drop. You will still get some bubblegum currencies, and then you have Alva temples. Okay, Alva temples is the next best money making in this strategy when you actually get the temple that gives you the double corruption or the double corruption for skill gem. This is where your temple is going to be very expensive. Like the locus of corruption, which is the double corrupted room, is easily going to cost you like 140 chaos or 130 chaos minimum, right? If you get the double corruption for skill gem, it's going to be like 50 or 40C. I think that was like last sold around that price. So yeah, and then what I'll do for the essence is I'll just upgrade all of them to Shrieking, and then just go to TFT, find someone that give the best price, like the best return rate, either 90% or so as of last I checked, and then just PM the person, use the TFT bot to sell the person, and you're done, right? So it's really that simple. Okay, for time taken, right, it really depends on individual character. For me, on my COC assassin character, I take about 5 to 6 minutes to do per map. Okay, that is not dying, of course. Like, I don't die, and when I see multiple essences in like the same vicinity or the area, I will not click them one by one and kill them. I mean, I won't click one and kill one and then go to the next one, but I'll click all of them at the same time and kill all of them at the same time. This saves a lot of time. Okay, I am going to explain the LSQ tree now. So the LSQ tree is on my Google spreadsheet as well. Just open it up. Give me a second. I'm going to explain exactly why I choose to take all of this. Okay, so starting from the bottom, obviously you take essence, right? I am going to explain the right side first. So the right side, we are going to take Nico. Okay, even though it's a low tier map, you don't really need the buff, but the buff speeds things up very fast, whereby the faster you do, the more profit you make, correct? And this buff, right, literally gives you like, I don't know, nearly 100% more damage for each sulfite vein. Okay, This is really what we're looking for, the damage and the movement speed, because it's going to speed things up really fast when you come across very troublesome essence such as Soul Eater, resistance to your build. This is where the Sulfite Vein is going to shine, because it's literally going to like null away whatever resistance they have, giving you double damage, killing them faster. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna take all the way up until even here, because I want 100% chance of Nico to spawn in my map, right? Yes, I can use the Sulfite, what is that, the Sulfite Scarab, but I would rather have more rest in my map with the adversary Scarab, right? So I'm just utilizing this 100% Nico in every of my map. Okay, next, of course, shrines to speed things up as well, to have more monsters, to see if you can drop some more good maps, and the shrines sometimes do provide a little bit of assistance in giving us more damage to kill the essence monsters. Alright, scaring swamps for more scarabs in the map. You will notice I did not take the shaping. Previously I took it, and literally I felt no difference at all. Like, it's really redundant at lower tier map. I ran 28 maps. I only literally like got what, 7 or 8 strand. So it was really very bad. I think it's because when it drops the map, it drops the same tier for lower like yellow maps. So if I were to drop a T6 map, it literally dropped T7 maps. And this is why I don't see like strand so often when I take this. So my advice is do not take this, okay? The only option you can try taking is probably singular focus, but like I say, it's so hard to sustain map. I rather do maps that are connected to strand. So we're talking about fields, primordial pool. These two are actually not so bad. Alright, and then moving on with the left side. Oh yes, of course I block all of this because I want to get the scarabs, which I'll explain more later. Obviously you take Alva because you want 100% Alva. And over here, just take all of the nodes. With this incursion, will always have 4 incursion, okay, which means you always have 4 rooms. This means you have more chance to spawn the rare essence monster inside the incursion room. Alright, then again, it is not guaranteed that every incursion will have a rare monster. Sometimes you get 1, sometimes you can even get 5, sometimes you can even get none. Right, and then moving on to the left, you're just going to take more incursion nodes. Yes, I forgot to mention, I did not take Val Oligarchs, or don't know whatever this shit thing is called, where it contains Val Flesh Merchant, okay? If you want, you can take it, okay? What it does is basically it adds 1 single unique monster into the incursion, in every incursion, and it just drop stuff. Yeah, that's all. Okay, the only reason I'll take this is because I took this node also. Okay, significant throws. Why? Is because unique monsters in your map have 200% increased chance to drop scarab. Every time I do the incursion rooms, right, I'm more or less bound to get like a scarab. And that is the only reason I'm taking this. Because in every incursion room, you're going to meet at least one of the unique monsters, which is the boss, the mini boss from either side, right? So you're definitely going to kill it. And then with this Val Flesh Merchant, you're going to add +1. So yeah, if you have the slot or if you have the point, I would actually add this, okay? Otherwise, you know, you can just always give up one of these points and, you know, add one more over here. Okay, and then of course take this essence. You have 50% chance to have 3 more additional essence. This applies to every single rare monster in your map, so please take this, okay? And of course, more chance for incursion, right? I did not take this because there is going to be multiple curse treasures, and every time you kill or you path along the way of the incursion room, you gotta notice these curse treasures. They are not very exactly visible, and it takes time. Okay, it takes time, you might miss some, and you know you gotta backtrack a little bit, which I don't really like. They only drop bubblegum currencies, so I'm gonna give up on that. Of course, your crystal resonance, this is what makes this strategy so broken, right? Map boss is granted a random essence modifier from any imprisoned monster slain in your maps. That's what I meant, okay? You do not want to take the right side because you have 10% chance to contain a Remnant of Corruption. Like, the Remnant of Corruption is not bad, but I would rather have like 5% chance to have an additional essence. Okay? Like, this is not bad. This is actually not bad if you have more points to take it. You gotta just play around with it. right? If I have time, I'll try to see what I can improve on this strategy, and I'll make changes to it. Right, then of course you take resource relocation and contested development. These two are the nodes that helps you form your money temple. The temple that gives you locus of corruption, dualist institution, which I'll explain more later. And then in this big circle, this is what I have taken. Okay, it looks a bit complicated. So the first one here is amplify energies, mandatory because you're gonna have at least one tier higher. Okay, I took crystalline carapace for more essence scarab. I took the shrine also because we have shrine, right? So why not? This one, time dilation. Incursion in your max has 33% chance for all monsters to be at least magic, but this is really not the important one. But what we need is actually the double time. Time queued from kills is doubled for incursion in your maps. There will be some essence monster inside that are ridiculously tanky and you really need the time to kill it. I have encountered it before, even though I'm like at 8 to 10 million DPS, I have problem killing it, and if I don't have this node, there might be a chance I will not even kill it. Okay, so that's also money loss. And then of course, because you are killing so many rare monsters, amplify artifacts, rare monsters your map have 50% chance to increase Scarabs drop. Alright, and the rest is basically, yeah, just more delve, more Scarabs, whichever that you want to be found. Okay, you can remove them also, and then there's like more, what's this? More shrine. Right, of course, more rare varieties. Like the Scarabs, the additional Scarabs here, right? Honestly, you can play around with them. Like if you want to remove this and add 2 more here, by all means, you can just add something like this. Where something like this is also perfectly fine. Okay, but what I would not recommend is to take the map nodes, because I felt that I got more maps by not taking the map nodes. Yeah, I know, okay, it's weird, but I'm getting more maps by not taking the map nodes, because the map nodes kind of like screw you up to actually get the same tier of map, which is literally what we want. It's not like when you're running T16 maps, you get T15 and then T15 upgrade to T16s, but here is different. When you're doing a lower tier map, if you are going to drop T6 map, you're going to drop T7 maps, right? And at lower tier maps, you will get more of the same tier map rather than the lower tier maps, whereas at T16, you can't really get tons of T17s, right? It doesn't work that way. You will still get a decent amount of T16, but you will also get a decent amount of T15, and that's why when you're doing T16 maps, all of these map nodes is important. Okay, and one last thing to show you guys, as some of you might not even know TFT stuff, I'll just do a quick one. So TFT is basically a Discord called the Forbidden Trove. You can just go into a server, there'll be a lot of tabs, okay, a lot of sections. Just scroll down to, what I will do is I'll scroll down to this thing under Necropolis, softcore bug want to buy. Just search for a tab called bug entire tabs want to buy. Okay, scroll to the bottom and just literally look for people that want to buy essence. Like here's a good example. Okay, like you look at this person, he wants to buy the whole entire essence tab. High essence tab 85%. You can probably find a bit higher. I'm just showing an example, and then they do show you the link as well. Just all you need to do is just click this link, find the tab that you are storing the essence, and then just ask, like put according to, like, so he's actually asking for 85%. Okay, for example, you just need to put 85% of ninja price, search for high essence, and select tab. Okay, I only got one because I just sold everything. But yeah, this is how you do it. Literally, you have like the whole list of essence that will be listed down, and then it shows you how much is it. You just need to generate an image or text, and then just, you know, message that person, tell him like, hey, I want to sell essence, paste the image, and he will reply you very shortly. Alright, one more last thing I want to talk about is, people are definitely going to ask about how to do the Alva temples. Alright, not everybody is familiar with it. I have written a very small note here. I hope you guys can understand, but I'll show you a showcase of it also, okay? So you can, this is a huge, what's that? tip for everyone or someone that's new, you can just enter the incursion straight away and press V. Okay, don't move, literally just press V. I think you have like 10 or 15 seconds to actually decide before actually the timer starts running. So you can bring up the incursion room map and you can mouse over to see what the architects are, basically the mini boss, and see which doors are not open and just decide what to do. Okay, so basically there's only two things to do whenever you go into the incursion room: check which boss to kill, check which room to open. That's all. The rest is just kill and go. Okay, so always kill the architect, the mini boss, for either reduce resistance or contain gems. This is your top 2 priority. Okay, if both of them appear, obviously you go for the reduced resistance because that's the most money making one, which is the locus of corruption. Okay, the third one is basically if both sides, the top right or the bottom left, the mini boss is not what you needed or what you wanted, just kill the top right. Just kill the top right architect, as it saves you time from deciding what to do. Okay, always try to open up all the rooms and make sure they are connected, especially the boss room. Alright, if you do not know which room to open, always just try to open the top doors. Okay, the one either on the top left or top right. Once all the rooms are connected, right, guys, don't bother picking up the stone passage. It's not going to earn you more currency. Okay, just stop picking up, focus on killing, get out, wait for the essence, scarabs, whichever, and just move on. Okay, connecting to the pause room is really just the most important. So sometimes we do make mistakes. We do not know like whether the next incursion is going to help me connect to those rooms that are not connected. So that's why I say, if possible, just always try to connect to the top doors, because the top doors is eventually going to lead you to the boss, right? So always connect that side. Okay, so yeah, that's literally about it. Next, I'm just going to show you a gameplay of how I do it. Alright everyone, I'm going to show you one of the maps, and I'm going to do it on fields because I don't have any more strands. So yeah, just chisel your map, make sure it has a decent amount of pack size, choose the essence mod. Okay, and you don't really have to choose this, so let's just go. Alright, whatever this is, usually I'll just go ahead with it. Right, so once you enter the map, just start killing. Yeah, I will usually try to go inside Alva first, like I say, right? So go in, press V. Okay, check. Nope, then just kill the right side. Because it's a new entire map, just kill or open up any of the doors, remember I mentioned. So here, right, what I'll do is, oh, there's a, okay, yep, just kill it. Always open the door that is connecting upwards, so that you should not fail in reaching the final boss. Okay, let's just go with it. I'm gonna open like this one. That's fine. So just keep opening the top one. Right, I'm gonna go to the next one first while waiting for the drops. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, look how tanky this guy is. Like, this is a T7 map, man. Okay, so none of it. Just go ahead and kill the right side architect. Like, I don't really care what mods it gives because it's not really important. Nobody really cares. What people really care is just the locus of corruption plus the Doranis Institute. Okay. So, yep, opening this and then we just get out. See, easy. Okay, I'm gonna go back and check on the, yep, I got one deafening essence. Yeah, I had no essence in my previous run. Can look at my mini map, how many essence there are already on the map, right? Oh, sorry, I was using the wrong filter, my bad. So yeah, I was a picking slave. Okay. No wonder something was wrong. Let me just pick up the rest of it also. I should have, yeah, I have way more stuff. I was using the wrong filter, my bad. Okay, of this is really good. And I think some of you might actually realize that I don't use any of the remnant at all. Okay, I don't really use the remnant at all because you can't really use the remnant because the remnant is going to make all the essence the same. So do not use the remnant. Right, just clicked it. You can see I clicked all of the essence together and I queue them all together. This is going to save a lot of time. Okay, like really a lot of time. And the more of this veins, sulfide veins you pick up, the faster your map is going to be. Okay, look, I'm already at 3 stack and I'm already moving really very fast. You can see I'm going to clear the essence like so much faster right now. Look. What is this? Cold chill resistance, and the other one is also the same? Yeah, the other one is also the same. Alright. So if I don't have that what do you call it? The Nico buff, right? Or the sulfide buff, I wouldn't be able to kill it this fast. Like it's gonna be so much more slower. Half the time probably because I am like 100% more damage buff now. So yeah. It's really, the buff is really a good addition, like to increasing how much you can actually farm like per map. Okay, sometimes the Alva will spawn at very weird places, don't ask me why as well. This is literally the corner of the map. Okay, nothing that we need, so just go ahead and kill everything. Ooh, I got 2 stone passage. I'm gonna open one here and I'm gonna connect one at the bottom. Yep, this will do. Okay, and this is gonna open up a lot of the rooms already. Oh, there's one essence here. Nice. Okay, and I'll just get out, wait for the essence to drop. Oh, I got another few maps. I got strand as well. Like this is literally what I'm talking about. Like you just bounce back in between by not taking the map nodes. It's just weird because if I'm taking the map nodes, right, I literally like have almost no map sustainability even on T6 maps. Okay, so I really don't understand the mechanic behind that, so I'm not gonna ask. I was trying to figure out what I can do, but it seems like not taking the map node is the best. Okay, we are almost done with the map, I guess. Yeah, I got 2. What is that? I got 2 of the shrine, which is quite good, and this is the, I think this is the last essence. Is it? Oh my god, I have no space. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna go back first. Yeah, there will be a lot of times where actually you pick up the essence until you run out of space. Look at my inventory. Look at my inventory. So yeah, let me just pop some of the stuff in first really quickly before I continue. Maybe I'll just free up half my space. You know what, let me just clear all of it. Okay, and then I'll go back in and then clear the rest of the map. Oh, I still have one more Alva. Okay, go in, check, add traps, jewelry. Not what we wanted. Just kill the top boss and get out. Yeah, it's also not every time that you are guaranteed to get the scarab from here, okay? Even though it's like 200% increase of scarab per monster, but yeah, it's not really guaranteed. But you will have a lot of instances where you get scarabs dropped from the incursion temples. What is this? Okay, this is connected to the boss, so at least it is connected to the boss now. All I need to do is just connect that room. Come on. That's long. Okay, the last sulfide vein. This is so strong. The boss is so strong. Are we done? Yep, we are done. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the boss room now and just kill the boss. Okay, for Fuse map, the boss might be a little bit slow, but hey, the map layout is not so bad, okay, so I'm not complaining. Look at the number of effects that's coming out from this boss. I'm pretty sure no normal character can do that, man. Can even tank that shit. Look at the number of essence that it drops. So good. Literally so good. Right. Okay, so yup, that's the map. And this is the number of essence that I got right after I deposited my first round.